Hi, thanks for spending some time with me again today. I've been playing out a book published by Hal Leonard called Signature Series, and these are compositions by John Williams, with whom I worked in the Pops back in the 90s. And there's a lot of great music in this book, and I can highly recommend it. And today we're going to work on another march. The march is from the movie 1941. Now, probably many of you have not seen that. Again, it's a movie worth seeing. You can put it on your list of the movies that you might want to watch. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. We're just going to work on the music today. But being a march, the style is kind of understood. The tempo is going to be within a certain range. The music has a certain character to it. But this one is a little unusual. So I'm just going to play a couple of spots and offer you a few suggestions about some things that you might want to listen for. So it starts out with this little lick that says mezzo piano. And then down to pianissimo. So the moral of the story is, when you play in an orchestra, you need to be able to play the widest possible range of dynamics with control, comfort, and good sound. So that's something you should be working on every day. So it's great to take these loud licks and just think, instead of just always playing them forte, double forte, reduce them a little bit and see if you can play it with the same musical intensity when you're playing soft. Because this is a little kind of in the distance, a little fanfare from the trumpet that gives you the idea of what's coming. So I'm going to play the theme for you, and we'll hear this theme several times. So we went from mezzo piano to double forte. And it shouldn't be that noticeable. It's just an increase in volumetric intensity, right? If you can do it evenly without changing the sound and the articulation, that's an accomplishment, something to work on. Now, very characteristic of marches, and certainly of this one and the last one that I did a couple minutes ago, the Raiders March, is that it keeps going up. Keeps modulating to a higher key. So the next time you have this theme, now you've gone up a step. So you get the idea. Now, it's much more interesting in the context of the orchestra because you have so many different colors. You have different melodic fragments coming in. You have the woodwinds and the strings, the percussion, all those different sounds going on. It just makes it so engaging to play. And just remember, you're only one voice, so you're contributing your stuff that only you can do, which is basically understanding that it's a trumpet and you're adding something in terms of rhythm, time, and that pronunciation that pretty much can only be done on the trumpet or with a percussion instrument like a snare drum. And so this march, military, right, has this character to it. And then what happens next? It goes up more. So now we're going to modulate up a minor third. you can see, it keeps going up. So we modulate up a minor third, and then we modulate up another step. Very interesting. And at the end, you get into this rhythm thing. Here's this a little exercise you can practice. And I like to take from the music the things that I'm going to need to do in order to get that character, get that energy, get that expression, and make them into a drill, you might say, so I can work on it and work out all the details, the sound, the pronunciation or articulation, the dynamic control, etc., etc. Sometimes the vibrato and many, many other elements of the musical expression. So let's see, if I go down toward the end here, now you finally worked your way up to the high C. So there's my exercise at the end. I didn't like that, it was a little tight. All I'm doing is sustaining a G on the C trumpet. Okay. Yeah, I'm pushing a little bit. It's probably because I just did several recordings in a row. It's a good challenge for me. So I feel like I'm driving a little bit. And how can I tell? When I get to the soft part, I can tend to choke up. And most players have trouble with this. So a great exercise, take it down an octave. And work on that dynamic change. Something I do is there's a diminuendo in there that leads you down into the piano. Sometimes you have a subito piano, but you can work on it in both ways. That's something really important to bring into your technique. Now, of course, I realize, I don't know who may be watching this. You may be a professional player, you may be a young player just getting started, or an older player who is returning to playing the instrument. And all these, there's a lot of skills necessary to play these things. So I have a great deal of sympathy for that. But I hope the music itself will inspire you to work on your stuff until you can play what you're hearing in your imagination, and you can emulate the qualities that you're hearing when you hear a great orchestra play this music. Okay, I think that's enough for today. It's time for me to go get dinner. I've gone a little bit over today. So thanks for your patience, and I hope you'll join me again when you have a little time. Enjoy your practice. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.